Hi there everyone. Welcome back to my channel, that is Science Unlocked, and here we are on our next session of the chapter, that is body movement, coming from class 6th science NCERT textbook. Now, as in the previous session we have talked about the uniqueness in case of the movement when it comes to different set of animals. So let's continue with that. We have already talked about the earthworms. Now we will be moving towards snails. Now snails are actually the kind of organisms that we will be easily be able to find on land. So they are the terrestrial organisms, and when it comes to their movement, they will going to do the muscular contraction. So it is a little bit similar with reference to the concept that it is going to be a contraction process. So it's quite obvious that whenever the muscles are involved, the movement will going to be with reference to the concept of contraction and relaxation only. Now what happens is that when we talk about its overall movement, there is one important aspect that when it comes to its forward movement, there is a structure, there's a particular sticky substance called mucus which is released by the snail so that it can move easily and it can almost glide over the surfaces easily, because it reduces the grip of that particular organism. Now on the other hand, over here the overall movement is simply considered as the crawling movement, because the organism is trying to glide over the surface. So that is about the unique aspect of the snails. The next aspect or the next organism that we have is the organism that is cockroaches. Now when it comes to cockroaches, these organisms are going to show you the multiple set of movements. That is, they can walk, they can climb to higher surfaces, and they can fly as well. Now when we talk about the movement of this set of movements, that is walk, climb and fly, so over here the region which will going to play the main role is the thoracic region of the body, where the three pair of legs that are there in case of cockroach, which helps in the process of walking and climbing, are there. On the other hand, the external structure with the help of wings are also present on this region only. So this whole exoskeleton will going to help altogether these cockroaches in the flying process as well. Now the specific muscle over where these wings are present are basically considered as the breast muscles. That is the topmost thoracic segment of the cockroach, which is responsible for attachment, or you can say the presence of wings altogether on the structure here. So that is about the cockroaches. The next organism that we are taking up in today's session is about the birds. Now in case of birds, there are many different aspects that we need to keep in mind. One aspect is the modification of these the forelimbs into these wing like structures, and on the other hand they have beak which helps in the forward movement. On the other hand, they have streamlined body which helps them in reducing the air drag. On the other hand, their overall body is modified in such a manner that they will going to have the hollow bones, where the bones will going to have space in such a manner that they will be light in weight. So altogether, if we want to combine all the adaptation in case of birds to show them, to provide them the different unique kind of movement, that is the flying movement, it includes the modification of forelimbs into these wings. Then the hind limbs are modified in such a manner that they will going to be used by them for various purposes like jumping, walking, swimming altogether. On the other hand, the skeleton is going to be hollow in nature, which will going to ultimately make the body lighter in weight so that it can fly easily. On the other hand, they have a very strong set of muscles where the wings are attached, that is the breastbone muscles over here, which actually helps in the whole process. Now it is most of the time observed that if in case any of the modifications that we have listed over here are not there in case of the organism, then there is a possibility that the a bird will not be able to fly to higher altitudes. So that is something which is a kind of a proof that these adaptations are very, very important. The next organism that we have is an aquatic organism, that is fishes, where the unique kind of structural movement will going to be a little bit similar to the birds, because they have the streamlined body. They have unique structures in terms of fins. They have caudal fins, they have pectoral and pelvic fins, which all together helps in the forward movement of the whole body. And this zigzag or S shaped movement of the tail or the caudal fin will going to ultimately help in the overall forward movement of the body. So altogether we can say that over here as well, the skeleton is ultimately made, or you can say arranged in such a manner that it will going to have strong muscles, which will going to ultimately help in the forward as well as sideward movement with the help of the streamlined body and the fins that they have. And the body type altogether will going to help in the buoyancy process, where the body will going to simply float and will not going to sink. The last organism that we have with us is snakes, where you will going to observe that there is a serpentine motion which is very much common, but you may find some other set of movements as well. Altogether, the main aspect is that this particular organism is a legless reptile, so quite obvious that it has to have such kind of structures on the body which will going to provide the grip. On the other hand, they will going to provide the frictionless grip, means it should be able to move forward, and this grip should not be actually becoming the hurdle in case of the movement. So for that, what exactly happens is the snakes will going to show the wavy motion altogether, where they will going to move their backbone and the related muscles in such a manner that they will going to create altogether with the wavy motion. And this motion is majorly considered as the serpentine motion, where actually the snake is actually showing as if it is going in this kind of direction, that means the zigzag pattern kind of direction, but actually it is moving in the straightward direction altogether. So that is all about the different set of organisms that we wanted to cover up in this chapter, and about the movement that we will going to observe in different set of organisms. So rest we will going to take up in the next session, where we will be covering up to the next topic. So till then, take care and keep learning.